know, I live in LA and I drive past the port all the time, but I'll be honest, I don't really know what happens there.
Me too, and given that it's one of the largest shipping ports in the world, I can't wait to see how it ticks.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to operate one of those big container ship cranes.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're gonna let you. Oh my gosh, look at this.
Dude, this is the best definition I've ever seen of a corner office.
Adam, Allie, how are you?
Hey,
Hi.
Hi, I'm Gene Soroka, Executive Director at the Port of Los Angeles.
Hi,
how are
Allie.
you?
Chris Chase, Marketing Manager.
Nice view.
Yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it?
What kind of scale are you guys dealing with in terms of ships coming in here every day?
Oh, probably about 2,000 ships a year. Between 5 and 10,000 containers move on and off of each ship. 7,500 acres of property, 43 miles of waterway. The numbers are just on and on, just amazing. Every Monday through Friday, there are about 100,000 people working on the docks.
A lot on your plate
Yes, it is.
to keep track of.
And we did all this with telephone calls and spreadsheets just trying to plan.
I mean, I literally use more technology meeting up with my friends for dinner.
Now, between GE Transportation and the Port of LA, we're going to digitize all this information. GE Transportation is building a portal so they can see the cargo coming in from Asia. Today, that visibility is maybe 2 days away from a ship landing at the Port of LA. Now we'll have about 2 weeks. And that gives us an additional amount of time to plan how many trucks and trains we'll need to move this cargo through the Port of LA. And that's really going to be a difference maker.
Gene, Chris, this is an amazing view, but I think what we're both wondering is, can we get down here and look at this stuff on the ground?
Let's go out there and get our boots dirty.
Excellent.
Good. I did wear rubber boots for this.
Okay, this whole process starts out at sea, so we're gonna go out on our pilot boat and see how the ships come into the port.
All right, down I go, guys. See you on the ship.
Break a leg.
Don't say that.
All right, so what's gonna happen out here, what we're seeing with this ship is that we bring on a pilot.
Yeah.
Every port around the world has pilots. They're local experts, and their job is to help the captain and the crew get the ship in safely. It's about traffic control. It's helping the captain navigate the relatively narrow confines of our harbor. Getting a pilot onto the ship, that's a very, very critical part, and you gotta communicate. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
There he goes.
Oh.
You start to realize why safety first is such a motto.
Yeah.
We saw the ship come in. Now let's go see it tied up at the dock and see how they take that cargo off. Let's hit it.
Look at this.
Can you explain to me just a little bit about what's going on here?
The short answer is we're unloading the ship.
Okay.
And this is the heart and soul of our industry.
What is this, 7 cranes? And then there's trucks pulling up, so every time a container comes off, there's a truck ready to receive it.
It's an awesome scene to see.
How long will it take to unload the ship?
It's going to be about 5 days.
5 days.
Are there more containers stored underneath?
Yeah, only half the cargo you can see. The other half is below deck.
How will the pilot program change these operations?
The data flow, the planning ahead of time, making sure we have enough trucks, we have enough chassis, we have enough rail cars, whatever needs to be done. We're taking out the surprise elements. We're making this very, very simple. All right, we've seen the ship, we've seen the big operations here, but there's a lot more happening here in this terminal. The rail yard is really kind of on the tail end of what we do here on the port.
Okay.
About half our volume eventually ends up in a train, and the portal project that we're working on with GE is going to help us make sure these rail cars are in the right place at the right time. And data seems to be the piece that really hasn't caught up with this. It's still a very manual process. Other industries have moved faster with data and technology, and we think we have an opportunity to catch up.
All right, what's going on here?
Yeah.
This is our truck gate, and these trucks are here to either drop off or pick up a container. About 3,000 to 4,000 times a day, we have trucks coming through this gate.
Per day?
Per day. A better way to make a more efficient use of trucks is make sure this guy comes in with a full load, drop it off, pick up an import load and drive it out.
What kind of hardware is needed to pull that
Well,
off?
that's one of the things that we're actually looking to develop. And one of the ideas is, if it kicked around, is using an app. Simple as an app that would be able to tell them exactly what to do in their next assignment. There's always variables, weather, rain, traffic on the roads. We need an integration. Taking all the people who work on individual projects, tying them together. That's what makes it exciting. That's why you guys are here.
Chris, thank you so much for such an in-depth look at what you do.
I am never going to look at a container ship in the same way again, and I thought I knew a lot about them, but I didn't.
Well, I'm glad you had a chance to come down here and see what we do, and more importantly, see what our next steps are moving this whole process forward. We look forward to having you back.